can you just help us have a better understanding of this?
All right, so there's a few things to cover here. First of all, autism, there is not one single cause for autism. We know that it is a complex disorder characterized by hundreds of genes, different environmental influences, and part of the reason, Robin, why we have seen these rising numbers that President Trump alluded to is because we are screening more, is because we changed the diagnostic criteria. It's important to look for environmental influences, and researchers have tried to look back over the last decade to see, is there an association between Tylenol and neurodevelopmental disorders? The research has come down on both sides. There is research, as you heard in the piece, from Sweden. That was the largest study that shows there was not an association, and there are other studies that do the same. There was just a research study a few months ago out of Mount Sinai and Harvard that did show there was an association. And so really the research at this point is inconclusive. That's one thing. The second thing is that association is not causation. That's a really important point. So when we look at an association, it could be that the women who took Tylenol, the reason we saw that link, so to speak, was not because of the Tylenol. It was because of the fever that they took the Tylenol for, or the chronic pain condition, or the infection, or maybe they were taking some other medication. It's very hard to tease that out. So really important. But there is a biology there that does make sense. We know Tylenol crosses the placenta. It can cause stress on cells. It can disrupt hormones. Sure. So there is a plausible explanation as well.
So if you are pregnant, what do you do at this point? And if you're unsure, is there an alternative to treating pain or fever?
Right. So this is a very nuanced discussion. It's not as simple as don't take Tylenol, I think, as we heard the president say. And women really should be speaking to their doctors at this point about making an informed, individualized decision. And really, like any medication, it comes down to weighing the risks and the benefits. So for some women, it may be, I don't want to take it if I have a headache, or maybe I want to take the lowest dose for the shortest time. And some women may not change their practice. It is important to point out that groups like American College of OBGYNs and Maternal Society of Fetal Medicine still support Tylenol as safe. And contrary to what the president said, there is a downside to not treating fever and pain in pregnancy, which is preterm birth, birth defects, miscarriage, maternal anxiety and depression, and high blood pressure.